You did the work. Maybe you built something or changed something. Maybe you just made it through a season that required more of you than any season before it. Now, you're standing somewhere you worked hard to stand. That's good. It's genuinely good. But there's a quietness to it that you weren't expecting. Welcome to Daily Power Boost. I'm Sean Michael. This isn't a podcast about pushing harder or fixing yourself. It's a space to see clearly how your experience is actually being created. Each episode offers a simple shift in understanding, not a tactic, not a hustle, a clearer view of thought, identity, and the patterns you've been living inside. Because when misunderstanding drops, relief rises, energy returns. You move forward with calm, sovereign clarity. This is your daily power boost. Not emptiness or disappointment. Something more honest than both of those. Something that sounds like, oh, so this is what it was for. Not the thing you built, the person you became while building it. That's what today is about. We've been in the legacy layer for over the last few weeks, and what this block has really been about underneath every episode is this question. Who are you becoming for the people watching you become it? Today we close the season, and I want to go somewhere specific, past the accomplishment and the milestones, to the identity that was being shaped the entire time you were focused on the goal. Most people organize their lives around an arrival point, the promotion, or some version of themselves they're still waiting to become. Get through this, then that, endure now, enjoy it later. The identity underneath that is quiet, but it runs everything. It says, I'm not yet the person I'm supposed to be. I'm in the process of earning that, in the becoming. It keeps you moving. For a while, it keeps you sharp, but it also keeps you deferred. Always one threshold away from finally being allowed to inhabit your own life. It means you can't feel the weight of what you've already built because you're already looking at what comes next. It also means your presence is always slightly ahead of where you are. You're at the dinner table and you're already at the next meeting. Or you're in the conversation and you're somewhere else entirely. Notice if that landed a little too close. It's not a coincidence. It's the contract. The work was never the path to the person. The work was the person being made one decision at a time, in rooms where nobody was watching and nothing was guaranteed. When you cross into the identity this season has been building toward, something subtle shifts. You stop measuring the season by what it produced and start recognizing it by what it required. You're in a conversation and someone asks what you've been working on. Instead of reciting the output, you pause. Because what comes up first isn't the result, it's something you learned about yourself in the middle of it. Something about what you're willing to hold, where your edges actually are, not where you thought they were. You finish something and you don't immediately reach for the next thing. Your ambition isn't gone, the urgency underneath gets quieter. The work doesn't shrink. The desperation underneath it does. You look back at the season and you're not tallying, you're recognizing. There's a difference. Tallying is a performance metric. Recognizing is an identity one. The most specific version of the threshold looks like this. You're proud of yourself without needing anyone to confirm it. You didn't stop caring about people. Just finally stopped outsourcing the verdict. That's the work, and that's what it was for. Carry this one today. If you stripped away everything this season produced, every outcome, every external marker of progress, what remains? And what did this season make of you? Sit with that. No need to rush through. If this season brought you somewhere you've been trying to get for a while and you're ready to understand what the identity underneath that journey actually is, that's exactly the conversation to have on your no-cost identity clarity call. Not to set new goals, but to see clearly who you became while chasing the ones you already had. The link is in the show notes. Season 8 is coming, and what we're going to do there is start from a different place. Not from the gap between who you are and who you want to be, from the person who already crossed it. More on that soon. This is what the work was for, not the arrival. The arrival was just evidence. You are what the work was for. With strength and heart, I'm Sean Michael. Stay close. Thanks for tuning in to Daily Power Boost. Ignite your potential. Remember, transformation starts with action. So take today's insight, make it your own, and awaken your inner potential. Because remember, greatness begins within. Catch you tomorrow for your next Power Boost.